moving on, we will talk about the meaning of liberalization. The policy of liberalization is synonym to the policy of privatization. Means that liberalization is kind of similar to the policy of privatization. The policy includes more permits for establishment of industries, greater investment and creation of favorable situation for private sector. So what are they saying is that the policy of liberalization focuses on establishing or setting up more and more industries, okay, and greater investment and creation of favorable situation for private sector. So great investment એટલે money wise એ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીઝને ઇસ્ટાબ્લિશ કરવામાં lot of encouragement is done, okay, making situations that are favorable, that private sector also grows. What are private sectors? Those industries which are owned by private people like Tata, Ambani, Birla, all these are your private industries, okay. So making such situation in the society that these people feel that okay, we should set up our industries or we should set up our factories in India, okay. So creating such situation. In brief, it is the policy of the government for establishment and development of industries, okay. So it is the policy of the government to establish and develop as many industries as they can without any interference of the government. Liberalization is prerequisite of globalization and privatization is necessary for the process of liberalization. So for globalization to happen, liberalization is important. Prerequisite એટલે globalization પહેલા liberalization આવે, and for liberalization to be successful you need privatization. Definition of liberalization. Liberalization means relaxing the rules and economic restrictions. Restrictions એટલે કે ઘણીવાર આપણું ગવર્મેન્ટ કે આ ના કરો, આ કરો, ઓલું કરો, પેલું કરો. So those restrictions should be relaxed, which regulates the global market in order to make it beneficial for national economy. So when you do that, you open the Indian industries to global market, and the global market ka international companies are open to India, and because of that it's a great benefit for our economy at national level. For example, permitting direct forest investment in different fields. So allowing the foreign industries to invest in India without any restrictions and permitting them, allowing them is one of the greatest thing. For example, right now you know कि ધોલેરામાં ઘણા બધા foreigners invest કર્યું છે for development of industries, okay. So lot of those investors are foreigners, okay. So this foreign investment, why is it allowed? Because the government has permitted, and because as you see, if we get more and more foreign money or foreign currency, our economy will rise, okay. Now advantages of liberalization. First, increase in foreign investment and partnership with multinational companies with Indian companies resulted in the use of the latest technology and increase the production. Now what happened is, because of liberalization, okay, more and more international and multinational companies which were there, they came to India and they joined hands with the Indian companies. And because we had international companies joining hands with Indian companies, they were using latest technology, latest machines. So even we started using it, and because of that our production of material, our production of goods became more. Consumer have access to the best products at the reasonable price. Consumer એટલે anybody who goes to buy thing is a consumer. You and I are a consumer, okay. So we get best products at a very reasonable price, at a very affordable price we get things. Because of privatization and open competition, producers started selling quality products at a reasonable price. Now what happened? Because of privatization, competition became open. So what happened? Naturally the industries had to sell good products, okay. Why? Because એ લોકોનું નામ attach થતું હતું. હવે obviously why do you buy products from Tata, right? Tata salt, Tata masala, Tata cars, because ટાટાનું એટલું નામ છે અને એ લોકોના પ્રોડક્ટ્સ એટલા સારા આવે છે એટલે તમે ટાટા ઉપર ટ્રસ્ટ કરો છો. અગર ટાટા ખરાબ પ્રોડક્ટ સેલ કરવા માંડે તો તમારો વિશ્વાસ ટાટા ઉપરથી ઉઠી જશે અને you will not buy the products that are from Tata. So because competition became open, the producers, people who were producing the products, that is the industries, they started selling good quality products at a very, very reasonable price. Increased competition in each field resulted in increased importance of training and education for management technique and skills in order to sustain global competition. So what are they trying to tell you is that before if you were employing or if you were giving a job to a person in the industries, you did not care કે એને આવડે છે ભણવાનું કે નથી આવડતું કે 12th પાસ છે કે whatever. Okay, but હવે because of liberalization, because of privatization, you made sure that you employ people, okay, or you take those people in your company who have trained in that particular field, who have a degree in that particular field, who has proper education, knows management, okay, and has many other skills, has many other talents. Why? Because all these things are important at global level, at global competition. Reduction in the interest rates on the loans reduce the cost of production. Okay, whenever the industries, they were taking loans from the banks, from the from the government, the interest which they had to pay for the loan was less, and because of that production became more, because more and more industries were set up. The process of liberalization has given impetus to TV channel, mobile, internet companies and online shopping. Because of liberalization, okay, boost has been there for TV channels, mobile phones, internet companies and online shopping. Liberalization has led to consumerism and markets have become a decisive factor. So what has happened? Because of liberalization, more and more consumerism has happened. Consumerism meaning people are becoming more and more consumers, people are buying more and more things, and because of that market has become a very, very important factor. A great change has occurred in the lifestyle and pattern of consumption of the commodities. Now if you see કે પુરાના જમાનામાં લોકો પાસે કાર નહોતી, લોકો પાસે હાર્ડલી સ્કૂટર હતું, ફેમિલી પાસે હાર્ડલી સ્કૂટર હતું અને એ સ્કૂટર ઉપર આખી ફેમિલી બેસીને લૂના ઉપર જાતી. બટ નાવ યુ सी the cars are available at such cheaper rate that every family has a car. So what has happened? Because of liberalization and privatization, okay, changes have happened in lifestyle. Your consumption pattern, how you consume things, what all things you are buying has changed. Okay, socio-cultural exchange has got momentum due to liberalization. Your views about society, the things happening in culture are getting exchanged. Okay, when you obviously, let's say कि अपना वेस्ट साइड खुल्लू है, right, Maxis mall में. So obviously when you go over there and when you buy kurtas and all those things, okay, so you are buying Indian things also and you are buying jeans and all those things also. Now these companies which are there, like Fab India is not Indian company, okay, it's an American company which is established in India and it's called as Fab India. So what happens that our Indian industries or our Indian goods are going abroad also. So abroad આપણી સાડી, કુર્તા એ બધું બી જાય છે અને abroadના jeans, t-shirt, I mean whatever, all those other things are coming over there. So exchange of culture is also happening because of liberalization. Now moving on, we are going to talk about the disadvantages of liberalization. Implementation of liberalization and privatization had reduced the opportunity of employment and unemployment has increased. Now remember one thing, because of liberalization and privatization, people were getting less job in the industries. Why? Because most of the work was now being done by the machines. પહેલા આપણી પાસે એટલા બધા સારા machines નહોતા because human beings એના હાથેથી બધી વસ્તુ બનાવતા. But now because of increased use of machines, we feel that when we use a machine, the product is going to come at a faster rate and it's more, and I can produce more and more products because machine is producing a product. For example, if I give you, હોસ્ટેલમાં તમારે यहाँ એક રોટલીનું મશીન છે, રાઈટ, જેની અંદર તમે લોટ નાખો, મશીન ઓન કરો એટલે 600 રોટલી 1 કલાકમાં બની જાય. એ સેમ 600 રોટલી અગર માણસો હાથેથી કરવા બેસે તો એટલીસ્ટ 4 to 5 hours જાય. So you are saving that time by buying that machine. So now you understood, people were not getting jobs because machines started taking up their jobs and there was more unemployment. Secondly, what happened was कि now people with degree and education were required to enter the market or to enter the industries. Okay, and those people who did not have degree, who did not have education, did not get job in the industry. Growth rate in the agriculture declined. Use of Bt seeds, chemical fertilizer and pesticides of the multinational companies resulted in reduction of fertility of land and increase in pollution. Now what happened is that liberalization and privatization was not successful in agriculture. The use of Bt seeds, આ સીડ એવા આવે કે એમાં તમારે ઓછું પાણી, ઓછું સનલાઇટ ને એવું બધું જોતું હોય અને આ સીડથી ક્રોપ બહુ જલ્દી ગ્રો થાય. Okay, now because of liberalization and privatization, more and more chemical fertilizers were used, more and more pesticides were used, which were of the multinational or international companies. Because we started using that, the fertility of the land, fertility of the land એટલે land કેટલું વધારે produce કરી શકે છે, the fertility of the land became very very less, pollution became more, because when you use fertilizer and pesticides, જ્યારે તમે છાંટેલું હોય પછી તમે એની અંદર પાણી નાખો તો એ જ્યારે પાણી જે હોય એ બેહીને જાતું હોય ત્યારે obviously water is getting polluted, land is getting polluted because of fertilizer and pesticides. Okay. Third, establishment of pollution prone industries in the countries of the third world by the developed nation has created environmental imbalance. Obviously all these multinational companies which came into in the third world એટલે those countries which are still developing or still underdeveloped. India is still developing. Okay, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh are underdeveloped countries. Okay, they are still not developed. So when these developed nations like USA is America only, America, Britain, all these are developed nations. When these nations of the world came to our countries with their industries, they had lot of pollution, and because of that there was an imbalance in the environment around. Compliance with the rules of the World Trade Organization and relaxation in import traffic slowed the pace of export. Because we had to follow the rules and regulation of the World Trade Organization and we had to relax the import rates. Import rates એટલે બહારથી જે પ્રોડક્ટ્સ ઇન્ડિયામાં આવતા હતા એના ઉપર ઓછો ટેક્સ લાગવા માંડ્યો, and because of that આપણું એક્સપોર્ટ ઇન્ડિયાથી જે વસ્તુ બહાર જાતી હતી એ ઓછી થઈ ગઈ. ઓકે, multinational companies obtained land at a cheaper rate in India, paid low wages and remit big profit in their own countries. Thus, income goes out of country. So what happened was all the multinational or international companies which were there in India, they bought the land at a very very cheap rate. બહુ સસ્તામાં એ લોકો land ખરીદી લેતા અને used to pay low wages એટલે salary. They used to pay very low salary to the people working in their industries. And when they did this, their country was making more and more profit અને આપણું ઇન્ડિયાની income was becoming more and more less. Global reduction in the interest rate for deposit and saving schemes by Reserve Bank of India in the view of banking reform has affected the middle class and those sustaining on pension. So what have they said कि interest rate ઓછી થઈ ગઈ. What happens is when I put my money in a bank, right? So bank મને અમુક વ્યાજ આપે, અમુક interest આપે. Suppose મેં 15,000 rupees આ month મૂક્યા. Let's say મારી interest rate XYZ છે અને by the end of the year મને એ 15,000 ના let us say 20,000 મળશે. I'm giving you an example. So that is called the interest rate. 5,000 I got an interest. Why? Because I put my money in a bank. Okay, and that is why I am getting an interest on the money I put on the bank. So I am getting interest. Okay, so what happened was this interest rate became less. RBI આ interest rate અને saving scheme ઉપર જે interest લાગતો હતો એ ઓછો કરી નાખ્યો. Okay, why? And who were affected the most? The middle class people. Because middle class people heavily depend on their interest rate. Their pension also became less. The liberalization led situation in which all matters are left to the market has resulted in increased inequality and price hike. because liberalization happened, government stopped interfering in the market, government stopped interfering with the industries, and because of that there was lot of injustice and inequality, and there was rise in the price of the products. Friends, in this unit we got understanding of socio-cultural processes of change which helped us to distinguish between the processes of Sanskritization and Westernization. We also got the acquainted with the impacts of globalization and liberalization on the society. Okay, now in the next unit we'll learn about mass media and society, that is in the next semester. So today what we did, how is Sanskritization and Westernization affecting our society and culture, and we also did the impact of globalization and liberalization on our Indian society.